What's up guys, Techmaster back with another video. So today we're going to be doing a speed test between the iPad Air 4 and the iPad Air 5. Mine has the keyboard, this is the 5, it has the, you can kind of see because of the new background and the better blue color. This is the 4, this is my brother's. So this has the M1 chip, this has the A14, so we're going to see how much quicker. They both came out at around the same time, so I just want to see if they're, because the M1 chip does have much faster GPU and RAMs, so let's just get into it. YouTube. Yeah, M1's faster. Let's start off with that. We got YouTube on that. As you can see, M1's faster. Now, gaming is where we'll see a big difference. Let's go into... Let me look for some games, because... Clash Royale, 3, 2, 1. Updating. Let's see, even with the update. Yeah, it even completed first with the update. That's good news. Yeah, this one's already turned sideways. I don't know why, but I'll close this out each time because I don't want my brother to get mad. So let's close out YouTube as well. Yeah, that's closed out. I'm just going to close out apps as we go so we don't experience any slowdowns or anything like that. But yeah, man, this is crazy. Okay, so Netflix. Let's go to Netflix if it's open. Let's see if there's Netflix on here. Okay. Netflix. Let me go to it on here. Netflix, 3, 2, 1. iPad Air 5 is faster. A little reload on the 4. Yeah, the M1 chip is definitely, helping. Obviously, it is a little overkill, but it's still very good. And I would still, if you have a little more money, I would recommend getting the 5 because, again, it'll last you longer. Now, one thing that is a little bit worse about the Air 5 is I think it does have worse battery life. But to be honest, the Air 4's battery life, even though it's at 95 right now, so the Air 5 does have a faster, more efficient chip, which is the M1. So the battery will be a little bit worse. Although the Air 4's battery life isn't great, so it's not really that big of a deal. The Air 4's battery life isn't that great. So because you have crazy graphics performance on here, you get around... But if you compare the benchmarks, this scores around 21,500. This scores around 12,500. So there's about a 70 plus graphics performance difference on this one. Anyway, enough chatting. Let me get to some other apps. Let's go to Spotify, if I can find it on here. Yeah, gaming will see a massive difference. Spotify, 3, 2, 1. Yep, definitely on the... well, not definitely, but the M1 chip, still faster. Hide app. I just need to hide them so my brother won't get mad or anything like that. Okay. Got that. Now, let's open up Disney Plus if I can find it. We'll do some gaming in a second, but where's Disney Plus? Yeah, we have some of the same apps, so actually, let's see if there's Apple TV on here. Let me open that up. Let's see, Apple TV. Do we have it? Calculator? No. Anyway, let me find Disney Plus on here. Here we go. Okay. Disney Plus, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, still faster, slightly on the Air 5. But again, we do have a pretty big performance jump. Again, so I don't know if I've mentioned it, but we get a 6-core CPU and only a 4-core GPU on the A14 in here. And so we get a 6-core CPU, 4-core GPU, 4 gigs of RAM on the Air 4, 8-core CPU, 8-core GPU, 8 gigs of RAM on the Air 5. So we have double the RAM and double the GPU performance. And so, but everyday tasks won't be that much of a difference because pretty much the single core performance on here got around the same as the iPhone 13. So it's not too much of a difference on single core, but video editing and graphics will be better on the 5. Yeah. Anyway, let's launch. I'm going to launch Minecraft. Actually, first let's launch Among Us 3. Let me find it. Among Us on here. Actually, I deleted them on this. It's fine. I don't play that much on, especially on mobile. Pixel Gun 3D, 3, 2, 1. Definitely on the Air 5. Let's see if there's any difference here. Air 5 just dominated it pretty much. See it, look, it's not as smooth. Like yes, this one had to update, but either way, it doesn't really make much of a difference. I mean, like the Air 5 still beat it out, even with the update. Yeah, no one actually has done this kind of speed test before versus the Air. They usually just use an iPad Pro, but yeah, for me, I think this is a monster device. Let's find Spotify. Well, actually, we already opened up Spotify. I wish my brother had some more games because I have like Call of Duty Mobile and stuff. Okay, let's launch Minecraft because Minecraft, there's going to be a big difference. I already know it because mine is a beast in terms of opening up Minecraft. Let's open that up. 3, 2, 1. Boom, mine's already open. Look, see how on his it's kind of shakier, I guess. And then if you even redo it, oh my god, you better see when I redo this thing. Sorry, everyone. 3, 2, 1. But yeah, see the M1 still takes the lead, but see how it's a little shaky-ish on this. It's because his iPad is a year old for sure, so it's not going to be. It might be a little slower, but like if you compare this with even my phone, I'll just show you guys quickly. It's kind of not. It's a little choppier, if you know what I mean. Like, so this is my iPhone 12, same processor. It is downclocked a little bit, but I will show you a difference here because this the phone's actually downclocked surprisingly. So if we open up Minecraft, yeah, see how it's a little. It's not as shaky. See, like we opened those at the same time. So yeah, I don't know if this is with. Although my brother hasn't done a software update, it might just be because his iPad isn't great on the software he's on, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, but Minecraft is a crazy difference. But like you saw that, it's a smoother and it's faster. So now let's compare some of the cameras, like I've showed you. So we have a 7 megapixel front camera, 12 megapixel rear camera on the Air 4. This camera is still very good because all the other budget iPads have like a terrible front camera. As you can see, this can do 4K 60. Now the front camera on the iPad Air 5 is an ultra wide, so that is an advantage because you can get much wider shots, and when you're FaceTiming, you can use center stage and other things like that. So that is better. You don't need it, but it's just a added benefit. App camera is. Sorry, everyone. App Store. Let me open up App Store. 3, 2, 1. Yep, Air 5. Again, it's not like the Air 4 is necessarily going to be faster on anything because it is an older generation device. There's a 1.5 year difference, and again, they have pretty similar, well, not similar chips, but they came out at around the same time. But if you think about it, the M1 chip, it's 3.5 times faster than basically. Silicon is basically 3.5 faster. Like if you think about this in terms of Intel, it's the M1 chip. The way when they first brought it out, it's like it's crazy. I mean, their advertisement, not like advertisement, but their introduction was so good. As you can see, M1 chip, 8 gigs of RAM, iOS 16.3. That's just the specs of my iPad. Awesome. My phone has an A14, 4 gigs of RAM. Pretty much the same specs as this, although the metal score is downclocked. Because it's normally you get around 12,500, but this one gets around 9,000 my phone because they downclock it for the performance. But yeah, otherwise it's still smoother anyway because my phone's brand new. So yeah. Anyway, let's see any other game. Yeah, not necessarily anything. I'm gonna open up some of these third-party apps because I mean we just need to see. Okay, Apple Store. Let me open up Apple Store on here. We can't, there's not necessarily many more games my brother has. I just need to do some kind of third-party apps and stuff. Let me go find the Apple Store on here. Let's see. Yeah, right here. Apple Store, 3, 2, 1. Yep, M1 chip. Let's keep going. That one actually didn't have big of a difference. Oh yeah, and I told you, I announced on YouTube, these computers just came out. The M1 Pro and M1 or M2 Pro and M2 Max chips just came out. So I'd highly recommend checking on those. They're really good. So I'll just give you, I mean, I introduced this earlier, but they got 96 gigs of RAM, which is absolutely insane. They have bumped up 32 gigs of RAM. They improved the GPU cores by 6. The CPU and GPU, there's actually not much of a difference. So guys, it goes from a 10-core CPU, 32-core GPU, 64 gigs of RAM, to 12-core CPU, 38-core GPU, 96 gigs of RAM. So not much of a difference, but the RAM is the biggest upgrade, though, for sure. 32 gigs, that's not a small, that's a big upgrade. I mean, from the previous one. iMovie. I wish I could do a photo exporting thing, but I don't know. Oh yeah, let's open up some photos quickly, because I was going to see if I could test a photo editing. Photos, 3, 2, 1. Still a little bit quicker. Yeah. Yeah, again, though. I need to hide this. Sorry, everyone. Anyway, guys, I might have to stop the video soon, or this camera's going to run out of storage. Shoot, okay. Just going to do this. Great, actually. That works. Okay. Sorry, that works. Got that. Anyway, guys. So, yeah, I don't really have much other stuff to test. Yeah, that pretty much, okay, so that pretty much covers it up, everyone. This has been a good speed test. I love doing these speed tests. They're really awesome. Again, the iPad Air 5, definitely faster for sure. The iPad Air 4 did not beat out the iPad Air 5 in any other test. It's just the faster one overall. But again, but like I mentioned, the iPad Air 4, it's still a great tablet, and I highly would not upgrade if you have it already. Although if you have any other older iPad Air, this will be a big upgrade. That's just my thoughts on this. Again, I got this really cool keyboard. It's not the Magic keyboard, because they're kind of expensive and overpriced. It's a Bluetooth one, but yeah, I'll look at the brand of it, and I'll put it in the description if you want to buy this one. The Magic keyboard's twice as much. So this is a Bluetooth keyboard, but it's super cool. It has a USB-C port you can plug in. It doesn't charge your iPad like the Magic keyboard, but there is a port right there you can plug in. So that's definitely useful. My brother's just using a standard crappy case, but that doesn't matter. And again, the blue colors are definitely different. The iPad Air 5's blue is so much better. You can probably see from here, much blue. This is gray. I mean, there's no, the colors are much nicer. Anyway, I think the iPad Air 4 is iPad Air 5 is a much nicer iPad. But yeah. And then a couple other spec differences. This has a 10 gigabit per second USB-C port compared to 5 on this. So USB-C transfer speeds will be twice as fast. And again, we got that ultra-wide front camera. This is a little bit heavier, the iPad Air, but only a couple pounds, and they're the same thinness. They're 6.1 millimeters. So be careful. If you drop these, or if you do any durability, they will break easily. So make sure to treat these well, because they're expensive and they're not very durable. Yeah. Both of these are because the iPad 10th generation is thicker, it has a larger battery, and it's a little bit better. Yeah, and I might mention this now, but I would actually recommend the iPad Air over the 10, to be honest, because this has a better design. It's got a laminated screen, and you can actually find it for around $400. This iPad Air 4, and the performance isn't downclocked also. So I would honestly recommend the Air 4 over the 10, because it's cheaper now. Because this is like $400. You can find the iPad Air 5 too on sale, which will be a great deal. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I gotta go right now, but I'll see you later. Peace.